Yo, what's up? Starting a live stream, paging that Smith weirdo with all the numbers. He said he wants to smoke. I'm gonna give him about 5 minutes to come in here. I doubt he's gonna come in here. I doubt he's got the wherewithal to come in and talk all that shit he was talking in Jack Talcott's chat. A lot of shit going on in these streets. Yeah, so let's see if he comes on up, man. Tomorrow night, I'm not gonna stream for too long here because tomorrow I want to save my time here. And tomorrow night we are going to do. Where's the Tamara May? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow night. The celebration of life for our friend Davey Crocco. I'm trying to share my my Photoshop window. Hold on one second. It's giving me an issue. Here we go. So tomorrow night we'll get together. We will do on the Chalk Body Outline channel. We will do a celebration of life for Davey Crocco. I'm gonna get some clips together. I'm gonna invite people to call in if they want to talk about Davey and their interactions with him or whatever, or just say their little final goodbyes or whatever. I hope to keep it in a light mood. I don't think Davey would want us out here crying over him or anything like that. Davey loved trolls. He thrived on trolls. So Tamara May is gonna call in. Yeah, that'll be cool, man. If there's any mods here, I'll make this announcement tomorrow as well. But I'm pretty notorious for never like censoring people in the chat, and I mean it's got to be real. Usually it's just like the troll is so lame and they're just saying like the lamest things you've ever seen for a long period of time. That's just boring. And that's really the only time I'll ban someone. But tomorrow, out of respect for Davey, we're not gonna allow any trolling or anything. Instant kick. What's up, E? Jump in real quick. I'm just gonna ask some mods to be a little heavy-handed tomorrow. If someone wants to say something along the lines of like, I bet Owen did it, I think Davey would kind of chuckle at that. But if you're just coming in to spit some hateful bullshit, mods will just slap them out, I believe. So that's what we'll do tomorrow, and appreciate that. I'm gonna give this guy 5 minutes. I'll give him 8 minutes. It's 10:52 my time. We're gonna give that. What's that guy's name? 6037 Smith West, whatever the fuck that guy's name. That guy's a fucking psycho, and he was talking mad shit to me over there on Talcott's, and he said, "Yeah, make sure you go live because I'll come body you or some bullshit." I don't even remember. It was so fucking dumb. So we'll see. We'll see if this dude shows up. If anyone else wants to just jump in the meantime, hey, King TL, appreciate you. Threw down 20, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be. I hope to keep it fun and like lighthearted. So respect to Davey. Gone too young, man. We still haven't heard what happened. I've heard a lot of different speculation, but I haven't heard anything confirmed. So anything you guys hear people say, I would just say take it with a grain of salt because oh, he's over at Truther Cop. Let's go over to Truther Cops then, man. I'll bait his ass out. Tired of this dude's like, this is the dude. He's like, yeah, on the 33rd anniversary of JFK's death was the 6,666th day of Kobe Bryant's life, and blah. Like, who gives a fuck, dude? Well, ultimately, what does it mean? Unless you're trying to say you live in a simulation or something like that, all that shit's meaningless or something. He ain't gonna come in here. He ain't gonna engage. He actually legitimately watches Talcott unironically and thinks Talcott's spitting super hot fire. There's a few people over there that do. I went into Talcott's chat coming in hot, and they just kicked me right out. They don't want to get to the bottom of any problem. The problem is Jack's deep-rooted rage that he needs to just embrace. I hated finding out we was joking Sunday night. I had no idea, man. Not cool, not my style at all. Oh, yeah, when Land of the Blinded is calling you out and saying your shit's nuts. The guy that says the world's run by bugs. He doesn't really say that, I guess. Apparently, I misunderstood his say. I like Land of the Blinded. I'm just giving him shit. But this guy's just got all these numbers, and he's like, "You just don't understand me. I'm on the next level. You don't get it." Yeah, Tyrannicide says, until L says I ain't buying most people's nonsense online. I agree. Until I hear it from like a trusted source that personally knows him, I'm not going to put any stock into it. Appreciate you, Bubs Cat. If anyone else wants to click that link, man. Oh, we got our boy here. Our boy.
Hey. Oh,
my 401k guy, RT. What's up?
401k. No, I was just trying to, salvage whatever. But
appreciate it.
I just want to say, Drew, thank you so much for having this thing for Davey. I mean, it was almost like we took Davey for granted. Like we take all loved ones for granted. You know what I mean? He was always around. We and I have to say, like when he was gone here recently, he's done that so often. It was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no one thought much of it really.
And here you go.
Until it was like maybe like a week, and then it kind of became okay. Where's he at?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll kind of save my thoughts for tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm not trying to.
I got a lot of stuff to say, but I agree with what you say. You kind of take him for granted. A lot of times he's a caller. Like I don't even call my family. He would call through the Discord. Yeah. So he would call, which only rings in my computer room here where I'm at now. So if I'm on the phone out with the kids, I don't hear it or something, I'll get a notification. So then I see the notification remote with my kids, and then I say, okay, I'll get back with Davey here when I'm done with the kid. And then you forget, you get into something else, and then the next time comes, now I have a new thing I want to work on.
Right.
And then I'm like, damn, I should have called him back. Not just the one time. There was a few times, like I'm really bad at getting back to people anyway to begin with. Like I need to work on that because you never know.
Yeah, but Drew, I mean, he was, Davey was always like sharing his like voice, just channel on Discord. You could call in, and I did that, a few times and chatted with him, and so he was, I don't know, he was just an open book in that regard, as far as that goes. But not to, so we'll hold all that stuff for tomorrow. I didn't mean to disrail.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Derail that, but I just wanted
EBT to hating on the cover or what, bro? It's got to be like festive, man. It's got to be. It can't make you sad when you see it. Got to make you want to party. It's a celebration, man.
And I do want to say, like, as far in terms of I had to really wrestle with the whole Tommy thing this morning. The filter.
Yeah, me too.
And on the one hand, I was totally, it was totally off-putting, and I was like, oh, god damn, bro. On the other hand, someone made a comment like, well, Davey would laugh his ass off over that, and I could see that too.
Yeah, but so Tommy made, if you missed it this morning, Tommy made like a filter. It was like an Iron Man suit with like Davey's head on it or something, but it wasn't like, I don't know, it wasn't like zombie Davey or anything too like disrespectful. But yeah, it was kind of like, come on, dude.
It was a little bit like,
too soon.
Yeah, exactly. The whole too soon kind of thing, and we've all been there, done that. But exactly. But before I drop off here, you know, I'm not going to stay on here long, but like I I- I just, you know, putting on my Dr. Phil in a yurt hat on these channels and so forth. It it seems so, I don't know, it seems so clear that there's like this vast, you know, spectrum of like who are who are consuming this stuff. And, you know, I'm raising my hand. Yes, I'm one of those people. But like, you know, it goes from the gamut of like the true content, you know, personalities like you, EBT, Jim Bob, yada yada yada, Truth the Cop, whatever. The guys that are truly like, this is what we do. We're talented in this. We're, you know, we've got the personality, whatever. And then you've got the silent lurkers, right? Who never post, never do anything. They're just in the numbers. They're just lurking, listening, watching, never comment, never do it, never do shit. And then you've got the occasional chatters that'll like pop in there like, oh, and then see if anybody, you know, like responds or whatever. But then if nobody takes the bait, they'll just like float on down the river. And then you got the frequent chatters and engagers. And I'm, you know, clearly one of those.
Yeah, your mic's kind of like crackling or something.
Is it really? Okay.
Sometimes.
I'll hold it up.
It's just like there's like a snap, crackle, pop type sound.
I'll hold it up to my 401k jacket. But you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so, and then you've got the occasional callers, which I'm doing that right now. Occasional callers. They're not like sucking the teat, you know, every, you know, just do it every so often when the, you know, and then you've got the frequent callers, the mic eaters, right? The carrot peelers. You know what I'm saying?
The carrot peelers.
The carrot peelers.
Shout out to Cecil.
Shout out, but keep that carrot in your pants, bro. Anyway, and then you've got the total narcissists that just like take over a stream 8 hours in. They're the only ones talking. They'll talk over any fucking person that's there. Like, what is going on? How would you ever let that shit happen? But it does. Anyway, I don't know. That's just my assessment of the shit show that we have here.
Night.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Here, I'm gonna try to bait this guy over here.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll drop off so that you can bait him in here. I just was, you know, a filler. I was the frequent chatter and engager.
Yeah. Hopefully you call in tomorrow.
Yeah. I will do. Take care, Drew. All right.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you.
Right. Good night.
RT helped me tread some water here while we wait for this lunatic. That's something Davey was good at too. Like he could tell when I was like, I don't want to say floundering, but when I needed, like, you know, I'm just trying to kind of tread water until the next part. Davey, being a streamer, he could sense it and he'd jump in, you know. He was good at that. So I'm going to try to not say too much about him. Try to save it for tomorrow. I won't be doing the morning show tomorrow with Benton. Try to take the Fridays off anyway and then use that time to prepare that stream. I have a little bit prepared, but Davey was such a prepper too. He had so much like ready to go. I don't know if I can live up to that, but I'll try. I'll try my best. I'm gonna count on a lot of people calling in and saying stuff. Where's the Smith guy, man? He was talking all this shit, man. Where the hell? I don't even see him in the chat here. They said the commenter said he was in the chat over here. Truth or Cop. I don't even see him in this chat. Can we just? Okay, how deep am I here? I'm 5 minutes past what I was willing to. I knew this dude was a bitch and wouldn't show up. I knew it. He's got just numbers for days, but what does it all mean? It means nothing. It's kind of interesting, but when you unironically say Jack Talcott's out here spitting super hot fire, that tells me where your discernment is, and then getting mad because I'm quote unquote saying mean things. Like I went on Talcott, they popped me out of there right away to tell Talcott he's a raging lunatic. He's a nut. Talcott is never going to get, if he's being genuine about like seeking resolution with the people in his life and overcoming his demons and everything like that, he's not going to get to that level until he has someone just shoot it straight with him, and then the internet's going to be really bad for him because he's going to be surrounded by grovelers and flying monkeys and stuff like that. Someone needs to tell him he's a fucking nut. He's a rage case, and the love and light facade he puts on to cover that up, most people can, a lot of people can see. I shouldn't say most. There's a good percent of people though that can see right through that, and that's his cover. The love and light is the cover for the true rage that bubbles up underneath him. I did see Land of the Blinded say that Jack needed to hit rock bottom before, if he really wanted to correct his behavior, and that's a real thing, man. If Jack's real, if what he says is real, and for example, the situation with the house, he owed all his money, he's gonna lose his house. Somebody stepped in at the last minute and saved him, and bought the house from him. Or I don't know the exact scenario, but I believe it was something like they bought the house and they let him live in it for another year or something. They probably bought it for 50 cents on the dollar or something in exchange for letting him live there, and Jack got bailed out. So that's not a rock bottom, until you really hit a deep rock bottom, you're not gonna change your ways. Who's LTV? LTV has been talking about Croco all positive. See, this pink guy's being a little bitch. I knew he was a bitch. He comes in, he's the rambling Alex Stein. He also was begging me to go live. I said, I don't want you to go on live because you're a rambler. And now his true colors come out. Now, listen, I've dealt with people in real life. I have a real fucking life. I don't just sit here fucking all day on the internet. I'm pretty good at sizing these people up. And until these people are working with Jack because they want to continue to do streams with him and everything like that. So they're not going to confront him, I think. And then my wife said it too. Like, that dude's like a ticking time bomb. That's what these people are playing with. They're kicking the can down the road of confronting the ticking time bomb. And my advice to him would just embrace it, bro. Just be the rager that you are. Because until you watch your back and see your true self, I don't think you're going to ever want to get out of that. Maybe if you saw it, then you wouldn't want to do that anymore. But when you just see the love and light, when you watch it back, you see the mask. He was saying something along the lines of everyone, after he did his 12-step program, everyone else wanted to believe a lie about his behavior or something. I'm paraphrasing it. But it was basically saying all these independent people separately came to all the exact same conclusion, which wasn't the truth. It's never him. It's always somebody else. Oh, Lift the Veil. Okay, LTV is Lift the Veil. Okay. Well, he's saying some good stuff. Yeah, Layla, exactly. No one was picking on him. No one cares enough to tell Jack he's sick and needs to unplug. That's what ultimately my advice would be. You need to get the fuck off the internet. The internet's bad for crazy people like you. I would suggest training or lifting weights, something else to occupy your time that's gonna, give you the dopamine, and eventually maybe you could integrate back online after a long disconnect. Because literally his end game of his plan is to go ask the government to stop being mean, stop having wars, and stop having secrets. Amazing plan. So ultimately, really, I believe he's on here to do is just to get his narcissist supply. If anyone has studied narcissists, they'd see that. Yeah. Shout out to my wife. She says until he rages it out in some way, he won't change. The Oprah style panels are not going to help a person like that. Yeah, that shit sounded like straight up Oprah for fucking men. It sounded like Yentas on a fucking retreat at a crystal fucking love and light retreat. It sounded like straight bullshit, whatever the fuck they were talking about. He's got the lunatic guy up there that says he works with Lord Rothschild and a thousand agents descended on us. 1,000 CIA agents descended on him on the beach in Florida or some shit like that. That guy's a fucking batshit lunatic. And then no one's calling that shit out. It's fucking wild. The fuck is Truther Cop watching? Oh man. Well, I knew Smith was a bitch. That guy looks like him right there. That's what he looks like on Truther Cop stream right there. Can I go into Truther Cops while I'm actually streaming? Does that work or no? I don't know. Or do I got to open a whole nother tab or what? Let's try it. I don't know if it lets me.
I'm sorry. It's a dumbbell for chest?
This for play chess.
Ah, oh, you have oh my god, the ball. It's for back exercise. Yes, it's very important for me because I doing every day this exercise, but I like dumbbell. Yes, but I need just 1 minute, please. Maybe.
Oh, here's
can I
bitch
show
boy.
you
Smith
better
is in
exercise
here.
for arms because I'm like trainer here. I looks like cleaner, but
Smith's in there, but I can't chat while I'm in there. So hold on. Now that I know he sees it, now he's got it. Now I'll give him 5 minutes or something. 20 minutes trying to get. Okay, this pink dude, the Rambler of all Ramblers, says he asked me to stream earlier, so I don't work for you. I don't have to answer to you. To talk about the NYC situation. I don't even know what the fuck that is. What are you talking about? What's the NYC situation? He'd rather rip on Jack. It's not rip on that. It's these guys go up and they present it as we're here to get to the bottom of our psychological issues and we want to better and improve ourselves. But then no one's going to call out the real issues. They're going to let Lord Rothschild spit bullshit for 2 hours. No one's going to really, truly challenge Jack and tell him that he's a raging fucking lunatic. A dago dust haboob killed 6 people on the interstate. Who gives a shit, right? Haboobs, they're wild. Oh yeah, they're over there talking about the 33 vertebrae and the Christos oil and all that shit. Like, but at the same time, they're saying like, why can't we get things accomplished in the real world? Well, because you're wasting your time talking about the Christos oil, 33 vertebrae and bullshit like that. Oh wait, the dust storm? I don't know. I can't even get a answer out of what of these people are talking about the New York situation. Choke out murder on the subway. Yeah, who gives a shit? It's probably just rage bait propaganda to make people rage. NYC, a neighbor got choked out on a train. Is it racial? I'm sure there's probably a racial element to it. That's the foundation of most propaganda, most modern propaganda. Yeah, Layla says love is not only building people up, you got to tell them they're tripping too. Yeah, absolutely, man. People need to be told you're out of your fucking mind, man. What sounds like bad parenting? This. Okay, so Smith don't want the heat, I guess. Oh, here he is. I didn't think you were going to do it, Smith. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I've been treading water for 20 minutes waiting for you. What's up? You were talking shit.
Was I?
Yeah.
Who started that?
You were talking shit. So what's up?
Oh, okay. Because I feel like I was just commenting on my fellow brethren Jack's channel, and then you kept telling me I'm insane after you've had nothing but praise for me over the last few weeks that I've had interaction with you. So I was dumbfounded as to where this strife came from.
Well, you also think Jack's spitting super hot fire, so I think you have a low level of discernment.
I don't think that he's super on fire. What I do think is that he's a real person. He's battled addiction. He's willing to admit his mistakes. He's willing to move forward with them, and I admire that.
What mistakes did he admit? He's talking about
he's battled addiction. He's battled addiction. He's lost his wife. He's lost his child. It was a bit much, you know. I'm more fortunate in life. I'm not the most fortunate. I'm thankful for everything I have. But to see 100 people, maybe not 100, but you know what I mean, in the chat yesterday, all piling on him as he's feeling pretty down, it was a bit much. Dude. I don't even know him. I'm just a human being. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can't tell when someone's a nut and a gaslighter, manipulator.
How so? Aren't you in there? And I see you in the chat all the time, and I see you calling the truth for what Paul is, and Paul is the manipulator. That's the real situation.
Why would what I say about Paul be true, but not Jack?
I don't know, because I feel like, I don't know. To be honest, I feel like Jack's a pretty decent guy, and it was a bit much to see you just continue. And I can't see the chat. I don't care what anybody has to say. Do I care what anybody has to say? Am I making waves? All publicity is good publicity. I don't give a shit what anybody's got to say about me. Paige and Agent Smith. I'm more of a Neo. I love the Agent Smith connotation every time. What I normally tell them, I'm like, no, I'm not. Oh, I see that look. I tell them, I say, no, I work for the inner party, the Ministry of Truth. And that's where I get all this information that I post, because I don't really work. I fuck the government. Let me reiterate that. The stuff I found, no one's found. It's not because I'm crazy. Probably because I'm smart.
Well, 16 minutes ago,
yeah,
you said 16 words defending Jack, and chalk body outline is 16 letters, dude. Wow.
I don't know.
What the fuck does it all mean? It doesn't mean shit, dude. Who gives a fuck about these? Unless you're trying to prove, are you saying that we live inside a simulation? Unless that's what you're saying, it means nothing.
No, what I'm saying is that Satan is the Lord of this world. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying turn off the media, turn off the sports, turn off the toxic rap music, and know that we're living in the end times. That's what I'm trying to do. So when people try to equate me to Gematria Zap Hubbard, and I did do one little thing with that. I fucking hate Gematria. I hate the entire community. Join me on Patreon. You know what you'll never see on my channel? Patreon. You won't see me say donate on PayPal. I don't want people's money. I go to work. I work 60 hours a week. I come home. I drink way too much.
You're a
I don't come home.
slave.
Yeah, I don't try to pretend like I'm fucking holier than thou. What I do is I try to say, look, guys, we're in the end fucking times. That's fine if you don't want to believe in God. Can you at least believe in Satan? Did anyone see Ryan Reynolds' toilet paper commercial during the toilet paper shortage of 2020? What they were trying to tell people is our money is toilet paper. You're going to need a wheelbarrow. You're going to need a day's worth of wages to buy a loaf of bread. That's scripture. I don't know which one. You know what I mean? I'm faded tonight, bro.
Why do you need all the numbers to prove to people that say, or how does that correlate, that the numbers correlate to Satan running the world?
Okay, so, and that's where it's like, if I'm like, it's 16 minutes ago, 16, well, then that's not interesting. But we have a fake
It's the
energy
exact same
crisis.
shit that you spit.
Okay, so listen to this.
Exact same.
Listen to this, Drew. You've never given me the opportunity. I wish we would have started on a different foot tonight. And I wish after you met me on EBT's channel that night, one of you two would have given me the time of day. I have real information. So we have the fake energy crisis of the Ukraine war, where they purposely blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. Well, isn't that a coincidence? Because the day that the war started, are you listening? Is he looking up? I hope you're listening. So the day the war started, Zelensky, 16101 days old, and that's the zip code. Look at my picture. It's Energy, Pennsylvania. What's right next to it there? Is that Hell's Haven? I can't see from the picture. It's so small. It's Hell's Haven or Hell's something right next to Energy, Pennsylvania, because it's a fake energy crisis. It's probably a coincidence. And then if you look at the moon landing took place on 20769, because in the rest of the world they say the day of the month first, and 20769 is the zip code of Goddard, Maryland. Goddard meaning without God, and that's home of the NASA Space Flight Center. But they're not going to space. But you know what I mean?
Goddard, bro. Whoa.
Whoa, right?
Whoa, bro.
But let's take truth. Let's take truth and make a joke out of it, because that's the one thing that pisses me off.
There's numbers that you can pick numbers out and make a connection between any 2 points.
So let's go to something different. So maybe no one found that interesting. So 6664, it's the number.
Here's the problem, though. I personally do find it interesting, but ultimately I feel like there's zero value of it. It means nothing.
Okay. Can I ask you something personal? You don't have to answer. Do you believe in God?
Yeah, of course.
I feel like you do. I feel like I don't watch a lot of your shows. I say this to everybody because I don't want people thinking I'm sitting there lurking. I'm fucking at work. I pop into people's streams. I pop into Jack or Paul's every 15 minutes when I'm home. My wife's like, get the fuck off the phone, you fucking idiot. You know, what? We're good, but you know what I mean? She's like, do something else. And I'm like, it's the fucking end times. Do you understand this? I've been trying to put this out for 3 years because I knew from the beginning that Johns Hopkins University had the same motto as the CIA. The truth will, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make one free, which is just like the Nazi motto, work shall make one free. But don't worry, because both is for your safety.
Why were you saying that I worked for the military?
I feel like I thought you had said something about that. You think I got an issue with you? I don't. Do you think I have an issue with you? I don't. Paul's gone at me a lot more. Do I have an issue with him? I don't. You know what I do know is that Satan has an issue with us. They told us for 3 years it's about stopping transmission, but I realized 3 years ago that trans was the mission. You know what I mean? Because the key to the universe lies in 42, the 42 degrees to a rainbow. The 42nd different president was Bush Jr., who pulled off 9/11, and he was 201, 57 days old. Like Event 201, we just had the 57th Super Bowl in Arizona. Pat Tillman died 57 days before Kobe. They're just numbers. You're crazy. No, if people listen, maybe I need to talk a little slower. They'll understand it. It's not hard to understand. I'm not making shit up. It's 1984, and world navigation is called WGS 1984. And Obama on Jordan, Michael Prince of the Power of the Air Jordan from the Windy City, Chicago, like Power of the Air. Does that make sense? He's known for the all-mocking tongue. On his first game, Obama was 8'4", 8'4" days old. Obama was born 8'4". Kobe died 8'4", 8'4" days after his first game. And people are like, why do you care about basketball? Are people getting shot in the street over Tom Brady's shoes? Is anybody getting shot over a Lance Armstrong? Or name a different person who's the GOAT at whatever. It's Jordan. First billionaire athlete, changed hip-hop culture, changed the world. And what does Galilee mean? Does anybody know in the chat? I'll pause for a second. It means beyond Jordan. Where's Jesus from? He's from Galilee. We had the East Palestine train derailment, toxic spill. Where's Bethlehem? Is it in Palestine? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Okay, what does your wife think about all this numbers?
She understands now. She understands. At first, she was like, you're a little crazy. But as I started to reveal some of these things, that the official COVID-19 website, because the devil likes to turn everything upside down and backwards, is 91-Divock or COVID-19 backwards. Then she was like, oh, she just doesn't want to hear it. Yeah, talk your shit, fools. I don't give a fuck. I see you post. I can't read that fast, man. I'm faded. You know what I mean? It'd be different if I was coming at you like I'm holier than you. I ain't shit, bro. I work every motherfucking day of my life. I am a piece of shit.
Doesn't the obsession with the numbers, though, doesn't this take up a large part of your day?
It used to. I remember them all. So like when I first heard it, and I don't know if anybody's heard this before, they're like, oh, Jordan is the Antichrist because he's 6'6". He's won 6 championships. He's got 6. And like, that's fucking stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Okay, so, but then I was like, well, okay, Kobe died and all this shit, but right before he died. And I had heard Seattle was going to get attacked on November 3rd, which was Kobe's first game, 11-3. People have heard of that. Everyone knows that. But here's some little known information because I'm different. March 11th was week 11, third day. Kobe's memorial was on 2-24, which was 113 days after 11-3, but it was a leap year, aka a good year, aka a Mao Zedong great leap forward year, because it's one small step for man, one large step towards enslaving mankind by making people believe that God's not real. Pay no attention to the man behind NASA's green screen. I'm not crazy, bro. I know you hear me. It's all good, man. I got nothing but love for you.
I don't doubt that the number that you double check the numbers and the numbers pan out and stuff, but that's what I'm saying is ultimately what does it mean? I feel like it's just taking away a lot of time of your life.
You're saying you do read the Bible. Will you open up the Bible? Look at Proverbs 25:2. When I read that, I was like, wow, okay, that validates what I'm saying. It's the glory of God to hide a matter and the honor of kings to search it out. Do I think I'm a king because I found it? No. Like I said, I'm shit.
But how does these numbers connections for the Kobe? Let's just use Kobe Bryant. How does that prove? How does that prove
Kobe
anything,
died.
though?
Kobe died and everything went to shit. And Kobe's name is Kobe, which translates to the supplanter, or one who takes the place of someone else, like a false idol or an antichrist, because Kobe can translate to Jacob, which can translate to Jesus. So literally, Kobe can translate to Jesus. Is he Jesus? No, he's a false idol. It's golden bull, golden calves worship. You get it? They got good calves.
The Black Mamba. What's the Black Mamba connection?
The snake, the biden, the 2 teeth. Bi is 2, den is teeth. Or you can look at it like, hey, did anybody know they've hollowed out Denver and they have a den underneath Denver? You know what I mean? Like it's a Biden. Like it's all about that pride. You know what I mean?
It swings both ways.
You trust the plan. Let's all go on mandates. 42 degrees of the rainbow. Any of that makes sense?
I want to talk to your wife. Get your wife on, man. We need to hear what your wife thinks about all this shit.
I wish, man. So let me do some more numbers here. So we have, when I started to discover this, Jordan born 5,000. You can probably finish it. How many? 666 days before Kobe. on Jordan's first NBA Finals game against Magic. Well, what's the significance? I don't know. Was it a passing of the torch? So on his first Finals game, Kobe was 666 weeks, 4 days old. Was that a significant day? I think it was, because Kobe was also that same day 4,666 days old. So he was 4,666 days old and 666 weeks, 4 days old that same day on his first game against Black Magic, who faked like he had a disease on the three, who faked like he had a disease, who faked like he had a disease.
Johnson, and he had a dick
Yeah.
disease.
Yeah, and he faked like he had a disease on the 311th day. So listen, he faked.
Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks fit into all.
I have a huge decode on Luka, and I'd have to go back and find it because this is all off my memory. So he faked like he had a disease on the 311th day, 11/7 or 7/11. Oh, thank heaven for 7/11, their fake ass disease, because Allen Iverson. What his first shoe said? It said, "I've risen, you fucking fake Antichrist bullshit." I'm not saying Allen Iverson's the Antichrist. They're pointing you to it. And so the Purge household.
Is that why they call them AI?
Yeah. AI, like 19, COVID-19. And so people used to say they were going to combine what Magic faked like he had with what just happened the last 3 years. And those people got kicked off YouTube. But it's funny because the Purge household, you know what the address is? It's 91-311, and in the year 91, on the 311th day, Magic faked like he had a disease. So let's have the purge now. On that day, Kobe was 4,824 days old, or 4824, and that's the date of the upcoming Golden Bull X marks the spot Mark of the Beast eclipse. Is this interesting? That's why I say people don't want to hear my research, because they can't add to it. It's different. I'm different, but I'd love to interview with anybody. I appreciate your time, bro. I appreciate this. This is fucking therapy for me.
I think it's interesting. I just don't ultimately understand how this proves. You're saying you're doing this to prove that Satan runs the world, or what? How does that prove that?
It's God's plan,
because
like Drake says.
The palindrome numbers proves that it's Satan. I would be more willing to listen to it if you were saying I'm trying to prove that we live inside of a matrix, a simulation. Or
it would be cool. Would be a Satan matrix. God's plan. Drake's from Toronto. First 4 letters of Toronto. Oh, it's Toro or Bull. The eclipse is going to have totality over Torreon, Mexico, which comes from the word bull. Pay attention here, people. We're going to do the 7 bulls of Revelation. We have Jordan owns Charlotte, which is the team that drafted Kobe. Kobe is beef or a bull. Charlotte's coat of arms, are you listening? And a flag are a golden bull. But Charlotte's named after the Queen of Mecklenburg, Germany, and their coat of arms and flag is a golden bull. But so you have Turin, Italy, where it has the shroud of Jesus. Turin comes from the word Toro. You know what their coat of arms and flag is? Anybody can guess. It's a golden bull. That's weird. That's pretty weird, because you have a papal bull, which is when the Pope decrees something, and then you have Moscow that we're at war with right now, and Moscow is a cow like a bull, you know?
Have you ever heard of apophenia? What do you say when people say you suffer from apophenia?
What's that? Where like oh yes, I've heard that, where you try to link things together that aren't really there.
That aren't there.
But it kind of seems relevant because God didn't damn it. A company from Beaverton, Oregon did with their false idol worship. You know what I mean? Because everybody's banning Bud Light, but I've taken my Nikes and I went and bought new work shoes. I'm like, I'm fucking not wearing those. Fuck them. One of these days, I'm going to do a live stream with some of my better decodes, and maybe I'll burn my $300 Jordans I've had forever and my authentic jersey stitched, you know. I'd love to do that. That would be a major relief on my soul.
Just sell them.
I'd rather burn them.
$333.33 you could get, I bet.
Known for the all-mocking tongue, he's been putting his name on people's souls since the 322nd day of 1984. You know what I mean?
Jordan?
Jordan. That's when he started putting his name on people's souls. The 322nd
What about
day.
the younger generation though that doesn't buy into? They didn't see Jordan, and they say LeBron James is the GOAT.
Okay, like King James, like the Bible, like King James. Here's a one-off. So Jordan is born 5,666 days before Kobe. Well, the day before Zion was born, LeBron was 5,600.
I was just gonna ask you about Zion, dude.
So he returned to Zion
into this?
the day before. No, he fits in. Listen to this. Thank you for asking, dude. I appreciate this. The day before, LeBron was 5,666 days old. The day before Zion was born. Like a return to Zion, like Zion is from Salisbury, North Carolina, but Salisbury is the former capital of Zimbabwe. And you know what their motto was? They who sleep. You know, like the movie They Live. And so I was trying to make this correlation the other day, and I got interrupted. That's all good. I get it's not for everybody. But the day the movie They Live was released was the Charlotte Hornets' first NBA game. And Hornet is an anagram for throne, and Charlotte is the crown city, and they have an illuminated purple crown in their downtown. Because Jordan was... I'm just going sideways, but listen. Jordan was born 2-17, and in a good year, a.k.a. leap year, Obama's birthday, the 217th day. The Pope's birthday is always 1217. And Strong's Concordance, 217, is salt or flame. And both Jordan and Kobe had their last game against Utah, the Salt Lake City. I'm talking about Jordan's last shot with Chicago. I don't need the correction. Dog. And Kobe took the most shots of all time, and he's dead, bro. Trust the plan. You know what I mean?
How does LaMelo Ball fit into this, or the Ball brothers?
Well, he was born 8,400 days after Kobe. You know, like all the 84s? And Big Baller Brand, like BBB, all lowercase. It's 666. Build back better.
I believe it now. I believe it all. What about...
It's all true. It's all true, and we should have done this a month ago.
There was someone I was going to ask about, and I can't remember what the hell it was.
Sorry for that last comment. Thank you for saying you believe it. You know, I can't make anybody believe.
What was I had one, man. What?
Let me keep going with the 217s while you think of it. So we have the World Trade Center fell in this order. Want to guess the order? 217, 217. Oh, and then the flood of the Bible. Good.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, flood of the Bible, month 2, 17th day.
Okay, are you familiar with the player named Kobe Elvis?
Oh my God, no, I'm not. But I gotta fucking decode that. Holy shit, are you kidding me?
It's like a college player. I don't know if he got drafted or not, but it was like a year or two ago. He was a prospect.
Phone's at 2%. Fucking A. This is the best night I've had in a long time, and I have a lovely.
Man, so we're cool. We don't have beef then,
dude. We don't. But I'm serious. I'm not there to stick up for Jack all the time. I'm trying to get the truth out. And if people don't like this truth, I get it. If people are like, I'm not into numbers, good for you. If you're trying to say shut the fuck up, then it's like, what's your issue? You've not heard my research then. I'd love to just share till my phone dies. It'll probably be 2 minutes, but I appreciate you having me here. To be honest, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I just want to make sure we didn't have beef. We're cool then.
The fuck would I have beef with anybody for, man? It's
got Kobe
the end of days. Yeah, Kobe beef, drunken beef. You got to be fucking drunk. So Kobe, if you break it into the way it's pronounced, it's KOH, which is potassium hydroxide, a major component of soap, because we need to wash our hands. It's a disease of cleanliness. And then BE is beryllium, a major 5G small cell component, because it's all about washing your hands in 5G. Or you could say like it's KOB because they're knocking out all the B's, if anybody can tell.
What was the Kobe rape humiliation trial or whatever?
To be honest, I never really did much with that, but yeah, I don't think he's a good. Like when I do all that, I don't like him. I didn't really ever like. I did like Jordan growing up. I've never tried to decode.
The chat wants to ask you for a future prediction.
Look at that, B Smiley's kicking you $5, so that's decent. I don't know how often you get. I'm not monetized, but
I'll give you 10%. I'll send you 50 cents on PayPal.
No, I don't. Hey, I'm not saying like that. I'm saying I'm okay content for people with eyes to see and ears
What?
to hear.
You got any predictions before your phone dies?
To be honest, I don't do predictions. My prediction is that De Gaulle says the U.S. is going to have a population of 60 million by 2025. And the book 1984 says 2 + 2 = 5. So drop the 0. I don't know where 300 million people end up going. I think people should not be arguing amongst each other, and it shouldn't be about lusting for women and whatever. People can understand that you're a this and that, but I do the exact same thing. Let's just, God, people got to band together. They really do.
Sorry, Lumi. I didn't see Lumi. He called me out for not.
Look at that, man. You got 2 of them.
Appreciate you. What?
You got a good group here.
The chat's also asking about what about white chocolate? What's his name? Jason Williams.
Jason Williams. Man, come on, man. You think I do white chocolate? Get out of here with that. How about John Stockton?
What about the professor from the AM1 mixtape? How does he fit into Satan's grand plan?
I don't know how the professor does, but he's pretty dope on YouTube. I love when he dresses up as a nerd and goes and hustles guys.
It's a consistent channel. He's got consistently good videos.
I don't know, man. So I could go on and on and on. I promise it's all original. If you get bored sometime, maybe we bring up some of my community posts. This is all off my memory that I do this. So I have so much.
You got instant recall like Archaics.
So the day that Jordan had his first NBA game, you know what else happened that day? Oh, the movie Terminator was released.
So when Jordan dies, that's the signal. Drop the hammer.
No, I think 2020 was 777 days after January 1st, 2020 is Jordan's birthday, because Galilee means beyond Jordan. Am I saying he's the Archangel Michael? No, I'm not. He's from the hornet's nest of rebellion, but there's been no rebellion. Men are lovers of themselves. I'm not seeing anybody in the chat. I'm not seeing you. I'm seeing
Phil Jackson, a grand wizard. The chat's asking. Is that Jordan's handler?
No.
What about Pippen?
And Kobe's, yeah. But Genie Bus, Genie, like a genie in a bottle. I never even thought about that one. He dated Genie Bus. But no, so you got oh gosh, just lost my train of thought there. Holy shit, man.
It's good, bro. Let me shut it down. I gotta go to bed, but I just want to make sure we didn't have beef.
Man, we don't have beef. Give me 1 more minute. I'm at 1%. So you have the 57th Super Bowl. Dude, I appreciate it, Drew.
No,
Love you, man. Okay, 57th Super Bowl. 57 days before Kobe died, Pat Tillman died, and he was from Arizona, like the Super Bowl. He was born the 113th day and died the 311th day. Like Kobe's first game was 11-3, and he was draft round 1, 13th pick. His book Dear Basketball was released the 113th day. When his daughter was born, he was 10113 days old. Kind of like we had the earthquake. I'm going to side shift here. We had the earthquake. Enes Kanter's from Turkey, and when Kobe died, Enes Kanter was 10113 days old. He's from Turkey. Revelation 11:3. No, is no man take your crown. Revelation, whichever, 11:13 has an earthquake in Turkey where 7,000 people die. It was 13 days after Kobe died was that earthquake at 4:17 in the morning, which is, anyways, man, my phone is going to die. I'm faded as shit. I have stuff to share with people. I want us all to come together, Drew, EBT, whoever. If you're not fucking for the government, I'm not saying you are, man. I appreciate your time. There's no reason to hate on anybody. I'm not saying you. I'm saying people in general. This is truth. These numbers don't lie. You don't have to find them interesting. It's cool. I love you, man. Appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you.
Have a good night. Raid Mouse out to play us out. Pimp Light. Is that the same guy as Pimp Light? Man. Well, that was it. Me and Smith don't have beef. So let's leave it at that. I believe it all. See you guys tomorrow. Make sure you're there for The celebration of life for Davey Crocco on the chalk body outline main channel, and I appreciate everyone that was here and your time. Peace out. That's Smith on his way to work right there. Kobe Bryant, 484 days. 84. I've had enough of your basketball bullshit. Michael Jordan, the GOAT, Jordan, the country. Leave him alone. I need him for my parlay on Friday night. Going to pop that game. Let's go, Smith. Give me 3, step 30. Tell me the over-under. It's okay, man. Your wife will come back. I promise.